Hi friends, this is Satvik. I welcome you to my channel. Friends, in this video, we are going to talk about OSI model, Open Systems Interconnection Model. We will discuss everything. What is an OSI model? What are the layers in OSI model? I want to make this video very small, so that's why I'm only considering and telling about physical layer and data link layer. In other videos, we will cover about other layers also. So actually, this is session 3.1. I already done two sessions, like session 1 and session 2, and in session 2 we have some 5 subcategories, like I discussed about switch, router, hub, etc. If you didn't watch those videos, please go and watch those videos. That gives you immense knowledge in networking, basics of networking. Then you will get some clear idea how OSI model work and everything, right? So without making any late, let's dig into the concept right now. So what is an OSI model? In simple words, in a nutshell, OSI model nothing but it just describes how data flows from one computer through a network to another computer. That's it. Actually, OSI model is completely full formed as an Open Systems Interconnection Reference Model, and it is the result of International Standard Organization. They formed a committee in 1977, and they formed a committee to create an architecture for an communication. So they started developing an architecture, and that architecture named as OSI, and now TCP/IP model is now using. But when coming to the theoretical part, we have to learn about OSI model also. Both are nearly same, and we will learn about TCP and IP model later on videos. Today we are going to discuss about OSI model, right? So simply, OSI model describes how data flows from one computer through a network to another computer. We have some 7 layers in OSI model. Those are application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, physical. Actually, layer 7 is at the top, and this is an bottom to top approach. You can see here in this picture. So layer 1 is physical and layer 2 is data link, and goes on. So what are these layers? Maybe you're felt confusing. What is, okay, you got an idea about OSI model, right? OSI model is nothing but it's a just an it just describes how data flows from one computer to another computer. But what are these layers? Why OSI model consists of these layers? Come on, let's dig into it. Physical layer means it's completely consists of some wires, hardware topic. Data link also consists of some hardware related switches. Those kind of devices will be there. When coming to network, we have to deal with the routers, and when coming to transport, we have to deal with TCP, UDP, and the data transmission between our PC, how it works. Those topics, these 4 will be completely comes under one aspect. It is called network aspect. So but when coming to the top 3 layers, all comes under into application, because here session, presentation, application comes into different aspect, and all these 4 comes into different aspect. So actually, why when constructing of OSI models, why they are classified into different layers means, so here are some advantages because of this. To reduce the complexity, networks are organized as a stack of layers, each one below the other. For example, in a simple words, I explain you the biggest advantage of this. For example, you are an application developer, you are very good in application, or you are very good in presentation level. So you are skilled personality in presentation, and you have also skilled in application. For example, a problem arisen in this particular layer. I mean, some application bug is there, or some network code is wrong. Then you will solve here. If you don't have any knowledge on this, but you are related to an hardware engineer, you know how wires work, how to connect wires, how to connect switches. If any problem arises here, you can solve here. The one who's skilled in these particular layers can't solve this layer problem, and the one who's skilled in these layers can't be solved these problems. So by dividing this into layers, the person who has skilled in a particular layer can solve that problem very easily. If you are very good in network layer, like you know how routing works, how everything works, then any problem arises, then you can troubleshoot in this particular layer. So jobs will be also there outside based on layers also. This is most important thing, and whole internet is runs on this particular layers only. So without any late, we are going to talk about physical layer today. So when coming to physical layer is the completely lowest layer of all. You can see in this picture, right? So physical layer is at layer 1 only. So what is the main responsibility is, it's simply sending bits from one computer to another computer. Your PC and other PC, assume like that. Your PC also have OSI model, and other PC also have OSI model. It is not an physical one, it is a software one. Okay, and we have physical layer, and they also have physical layer. What physical layer will do means, they simply transfers that zeros and ones, which are bits. So those bits are getting transferred from one physical computer to another physical computer through cables, right? Those cables will be connected to physical layers. So not layer means not an hardware, it's a completely a software based it's a kind of architecture, that's it. So it's completely defines the direction of transmission, okay, between two devices. Like we talk about simplex, half duplex and full duplex, right, in previous video. So simply here applies that. So physical layer defines the direction of transmission between two devices. In a simple words, they transmit 0 and 1 to the other computer. Let's dig into the functions of the physical layer. So here you can see the list of the functions. Converts bits to signals. So electric signals should be there to transfer. We can't directly send bits, right? So we have to send some signals, that plus or minus, upper signal and lower signal through the cables. Okay, bit synchronization will be there. It manages physical connection, whether the connection is enabled or not, and bit rate control, line configuration, physical topology. We discussed about topology in previous videos, and they have some other switching, transmission mode, and multiplexing. So multiplexing nothing means, we will explain it in later videos, so don't worry about these functions. We will cover everything in very clear manner. First of all, I want to just give some brief description regarding physical layer and other layers. Okay, so now coming to the data link layer. Data link layer is completely have some different functions when compared to physical layer. All layers are very different, but all are interconnected. See here in data link layer, error controlling is done. For example, if an packet came from the top layers, right? So from the application layer, the packet came here, and the packet will be sent to the other PC through physical layer and through cable, and again to the physical layer of the other computer, right? When coming to the packet to the data link layer, it will check for errors. If the packet is same as here, then it will be okay. For the checking, they use some CRC and some types of algorithms. Those are get of different topics. So data link layer is used to error controlling, and it's also used for flow control. Flow control means, for example, the PC that you are wanting to send the data, if it is very slower one, for example, your receiver is a very slower one, then if you send some 100 Mbps, it only receives only 10 Mbps. Then what will happen? It will be overwhelmed with very huge data, right? So the traffic jam will be there at the receiver side. So what flow control will actually do means, it actually prevents the traffic jam at the receiver side. So this is the function of the data link layer. More importantly, data link layer, when coming to the devices in this particular layer, we can talk about switches. So switches, I think I also explained about switches. If you don't watch this video, please go and watch what is a switch and everything. So it is the most reliable node to node delivery of data. Let's end this video because it's too bigger. So in simple words, OSI model, Open Systems Interconnection model, is a network model. It just describes how a data transfers from one PC to another PC through a network. Okay, cool. Next, physical layer. Physical layer is nothing but it just converts the bits. The data will be in 0 and 1s, right? So all those bits will be transferred or converted into signals, electrical pulses, and those electrical pulses will be sent through the cables to the other PC. Okay, this will be happen. And when coming to the physical layer, there are Ethernet and other protocols also works. Everything we will discuss in future videos. I want to concentrate more on practical, that's why I'm skipping some theoretical topics like how multiplexing, everything. So if you want to learn about those, you can find more videos in YouTube also. And when coming to data link layer, it is a very reliable node to node layer. So it simply controls the error, and it simply controls the flow, how the flow works, is there any error. So these will be controlled by the data link layer. In the next video, we are going to talk about network and transport layer, and I want to ask you some question. So name some protocols in physical layer. You can Google it, or else you know that, please do comment below. That's it for today. I think you learned something new today. Please like this video and please share this video with the friends who are interested in networking, and do subscribe for my channel. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.